Following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post 8 Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, and Dakota Sprinkler.
That one is flown out towards center field. Elliott Life, a long run dive, and he makes the catch! What a diving grab by Elliott Life out in center field.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas.
And Keenos will shoot that out towards the right center field gap. That's going to get down for a base hit. Another run will come in to score. Keenos is going to try and get the second. The throw coming in is cut off by the second baseman. It's the second double of the game for Lincoln Keenos.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you on KCCR by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Birding Electric, and Shane's Pharmacy.
Post 8 will take game 2. Find a complete game shutout for Jack Van Kim. A huge win for the Yates.
Post 8 Baseball is also brought to you by Avera, Xander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds.
And Dean will launch it out to right field. That one's going to get out for a walk-off. 3-run homer. And Post 8 is off to Sunday. Third home run for Bennett Dean of the season.
With the call of today's baseball action, KCCR award-winning sports director John Winkler.
And a good afternoon as we welcome you here to Pete Lean Field as Post 8 takes on the Sturgis Titans in the final game of the Veterans Classic, as the Eights will be looking to go 3-2. Both these teams will be looking to go 3-2 on the weekend after it was for Post 8 starting 0-2 on the weekend before yesterday, and the Eights were able to get 2 come-from-behind wins, winning 9-5 in game 1 after being down 5-2, and then end up winning 8-5 after being down 5-0 in that second game against Bellevue East. For Sturgis, we'll pull them up here in just a moment to talk about what they did over the last little bit of the last of that weekend, last of this weekend, as they are in the 2-2 spot as well. This for Sturgis is going to be their second South Dakota game of the weekend. They played Gillette and Fremont and beat Gillette 9-1, lost to Fremont 21-4. They end up beating Alliance, Nebraska in their third game of the weekend, winning 12-9, and then lost to Renner 9-4 to be 2-2 so far on this Veterans Classic weekend, and they will take on Pierre. So this will be their second straight South Dakota game here of the day and or of the weekend. They are 0-3 right now in South Dakota contests. They lost to Post 22, 15-2 and 13-7. For Pierre, this will be their third game against a South Dakota opponent, as they are 0-2 so far, lost both games to Brookings, and this will be their third game before they will take on Spearfish and Sioux Falls East coming up this coming Wednesday, and then to Post 22 next Saturday here at the Fitz, over at the Fitz here at Pete Lean right now. But we'll have the game at the Fitz next Saturday again, as they'll take on Casper and Post 22. So this is an important game for both these teams, more so than what it was for Sturgis the first 3 games and for Pierre the first 4 games. This goes into your postseason opportunity and postseason record with the South Dakota opponent here at the Veterans Classic in the final game of the weekend. We're just a little bit behind schedule. Our game was scheduled to start at 1:20. We'll be getting going probably closer to maybe 1:35, 1:40 or so before we get things underway here between Pierre and Sturgis. We'll step aside for 3 minutes. You're listening to Post 8 Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent to put Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Milwaukee Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from his Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
As we welcome you back here to Pete Lean Field, getting set for first pitch between Pierre and Sturgis. John Wickler here on this Sunday afternoon as we're just a little bit behind, but we will have that game for you. It'll be Jet Zabel on the mound for Post State. For Sturgis, David Anderson will be throwing for the Sturgis Titans. And for these two teams, you know, there's a couple of different names that will be different in terms of a couple super seniors. For Pierre, Jack Merquand is one of those guys that did not play during the high school season. But for Sturgis and Pierre, a lot of it is high school baseball players. They turn into the Legion players. So a lot of the names are familiar, will be familiar, that you heard from the high school season. As for Pierre and Sturgis right now, taking the flip to see who it's going to be. It looks like the Sturgis guy flipped the coin for to figure out who is going to be home and away for Post States and Sturgis here this afternoon. So we'll have the home team here in just a moment. But for Pierre, they will be looking for their third straight win of this tournament. Sturgis is going to be they will be looking for their third win as well. They were able to split. And Sturgis will be the home team. Pierre will be the visitors in this contest between these two South Dakota opponents. So David Anderson, who is getting loose right now out in the right field bullpen, he will be the first man to come to the mound. And Jet Zabel, he will not hit. David Anderson is in the lineup, but Jet Zabel will be out of the lineup, and he will just be the pitcher here for this ball game as Post State. You start to, at this point of the weekend, you build your roster around something like this, where you're saying you're not worried about your pitching quite yet, but when you got 12 guys on the roster like Pierre does, makes it a little bit, you start to worry a little bit about pitching, but they still will be good here for this game, and then start to get ready for Tuesday and then going to Wednesday. And they'll play Mandan and then travel out east to Sioux Falls to face Spearfish in Sioux Falls East on Wednesday. We'll step aside one more time here, another 3-minute break. We'll come back and have starting lineups. First pitch is on the way. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
No one likes likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Furting Electric has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Furting Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Furting Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Furting Electric, 224-8684.
As we welcome you back here to Pete Lean Field, getting set for first pitch between Pierre and Sturgis. We'll go through the starting lineups. First for Post State, who will be the visitors on the scoreboard in this ball game. George Stalley will lead things off. He's the right fielder. Jaden Wiebe, the second baseman, will bat second. Jack Merkwan, the left fielder, will bat third. Benedine in the cleanup spot. He will be the first baseman. Johnny Lyons will bat fifth and play third base. Gary Nedved, the DH, batting sixth. Matthew Hansen, the shortstop, batting seventh. Grayson Hunsley, the catcher, batting eighth. And Brecken Kruger, the center fielder, will bat ninth for Post State. And Jet Zabel will be on the mound for Post State, as this will be his second appearance of the young 2022 summer. As Sturgis lineup will be Dawson Inho for the shortstop, leading things off. Kane Peters, the left fielder, will bat second. David Anderson, the pitcher, he's going to be batting third. Owen Cass, the third baseman, will bat in the cleanup spot. Dustin Allen, the center fielder, will bat fifth. A.J. Andrew Jeske will be the second baseman, batting sixth. Evan Stroud, the catcher, batting seventh. Adam Floor, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Sam Kuma, the right fielder, will be the number 9 hitter for the Sturgis Titans, as Anderson has finished up his warm-up tosses. Jet Zabel, he is ready to go. Post State's Sturgis, there is no I.O. for either one of these teams, so we're just about set here for first pitch between Pierre and Sturgis. We'll step aside for one more 3-minute break, come back and have first pitch for you. You're listening to Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game. I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call. That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game. You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
As we welcome you back here to Pete Lean Field, still awaiting first pitch between Pierre and Sturgis as the umpires are starting to make their way out here to the field. So we should be getting underway in just a moment, as Sturgis will be the home team here in the ball game this afternoon. Pierre will be trying to get runs first, and the Eights had to come back in both their games yesterday. They were down 5-2. After 3 innings, after actually going in the 5th inning, they're down 5-2 to Fargo post 400 before scoring the final 7 runs, and actually end up with 4 runs in the top of the 8th inning to pick up the 9-5 win over Fargo. And then they were down 5-0 after the top of the 1st, and were able to just inch their way back, slowly but surely, climb their way back in the ball game, tied the ball game up in the bottom of the 6th, and also took the lead in the bottom of the 6th, and ended up winning 8-5 over Bellevue East to put themselves in this spot here against Sturgis. To be honest with you, looking at the schedule, and these two teams should have been playing at 10:30. However, they redid the schedule. I'm not really sure exactly their thought process on it all. They end up 3:20 and 22 are playing the final games at their respective fields, which, okay, I can. That one's a little bit easier to justify, but some of how the games were all played here today just didn't really make a whole lot of sense. With Pierre playing, they should have been the 6th seed, which Sturgis the 6th seed in their pool. We should have played at 10:30. It's locally 10:30, 11:30 Central Time, so we should have been done with our game by now and on our way back to Pierre. But they redid the schedule around, and now we just about set for first pitch between Pierre and Sturgis. Mitchell, they were the team that they they no hits Post 22 last night, won 13-0, a 6-inning no-hitter for Jake Helloyd. And then Mitchell turns around after beating Post 22 13-0 and getting done like at 10:30 or right around 10 o'clock or so. Had to turn back around and play at 8 o'clock this morning in the first game against Fremont. So not entirely sure how all the scheduling all worked, but I think Mitchell probably got the worst end of the deal out of it all because they played the final game of the day last night in a game that also didn't start on time because they were trying to because Pierre had a rain delay before their game. And then they turn it around and end up having to come back and play the 8 o'clock game in the morning. So those kids are probably, well, they're probably home now to Mitchell, or at least getting close to being back to Mitchell. And they probably slept the entire way. I don't know. I'm not sure if they would have gotten any sleep from last night into this morning. So they were able to play this morning. The Alliance team in Miles City, who, if the seeds and everything would have stayed together, Miles City and Alliance would have played at 8 o'clock because they were both the 8 seeds in their pool, or at least the 7 and 8 seed, because Miles City and Alliance both did not win a ball game until today, with one of the two having to win. But just odd how things end up finishing out for this tournament, and maybe next year a little bit more organized in terms of trying to get the times in the right spot, because until about midnight last night, 1 o'clock in the morning Central Time. And if you go back and look at the Facebook post on KCCR Sports, or if you see the tweet from me, that it was right around 1 o'clock in the morning that end up putting out there that it was what time we were going to be playing here today. So, David Johnson, the lefty, is on the mound. We're just about set here for first pitch between Post State and Sturgis as he is taking his warm-up tosses, as the Eights will be looking for their third straight win of this Veterans Classic before they return and play at home for the first time of the 2022 season, when they will take on Mandan on Tuesday. And as also a hometown hero day for Post State, so they will be honoring between games. It'll be between games that they will honor honor Greg Dean and the family of Greg Dean in between Game 1 and Game 2 against Mandan. So invite you all to come out and support and watch both those games, but see the honoring of Greg Dean in between those games, the hometown hero, and will be a emotional night for sure, especially in between those games, as we'll remember Greg Dean. And should be two good games, as the Eights will be looking, well, maybe be on a 3-game winning streak. And we'll have an opportunity to win games 4 and 5 of that and keep the winning streak going against Mandan. David Johnson, his last warm-up toss. George Stalley will come to the plate, and we are set for baseball here in this afternoon. As David Anderson, he has thrown just 1 inning so far in 2 appearances. He has an ERA right now of 14 and a whip of 5, and just his 1 inning of work in 2 appearances. So Anderson on the mound. We are set for baseball, and we are ready to go here. First pitch to George Stalley is a line shot to right field. That will one hop in front of the right fielder in Akuma. And 1 pitch, and the leadoff man is on base as we start here at 1:39 locally. 2:39 back in the capital city. And Post State has already got their first base runner. Continuing what they did well from yesterday. They hit the ball really well, did Post State, in yesterday's doubleheader. And got some timely hits when they needed it. The first pitch to Wiebe is just a bit outside for ball 1. And that's what you really like to see from Post State yesterday, was not giving up in those games. Down 5-2, down 5-0, and battled their way all the way back. And didn't think that it was going to be, well, we're 0-4 right now. We're down 5-2. All right, we're going to go to 0-5, down 5-0. Okay, we're going to be 0-6. They battle their way, and now at 2-4 can win their 3rd straight game here today. That one is over for a strike, and the count's now 2-1 here to Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe so far in the season hitting .211. He's got 1 double, 4 runs driven in. He's hit the ball well. That batting average, don't let it fool you on how Wiebe's been able to put the bat on the ball. Maybe not falling all the way through, but he's seen the ball well over this weekend. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That'll miss low, and it's now 3-1. Last time Post State was here in the Veterans Classic 2020 and ended up playing here at Pete Lean in the final game of the weekend. Also played a South Dakota opponent and ended up beating Mitchell with the 10-run rule on a walk-off home run from Garrett Stout. 3-1 pitch is outside. That's a walk, and the first 2 men have reached base against Anderson. And it's now first and second here with nobody out, and Jack Merkwan will come to the plate. And so for David Anderson, not the start that he was hoping for. And for both these teams, Sturgis was probably trying to put themselves in the spot to play Renner, and maybe end up, because that was their last game of the pool, so they were probably saying they're pitching up backwards by looking at the final game as the first pitch to Jack Merkwan is taken for a strike, and then forcing everything back after that because Renner's the most important game of those 4 because it's a South Dakota opponent and you want to have those wins and rack up those wins for seed points. That one's on the outside edge. It's now 0-2 here to Merkwan. But because of not knowing who your opponent is going to be, you want to but don't want to save an arm or two in case you play someone on Sunday. And, well, for these 2 teams, they were, as Merkwan swings and misses and will strike out for the first out here in the ball game. Both these teams are in that spot that they really have to win this ball game. It's not just go out and win one more game. This is an important game. This is the most important game for Pierre this weekend. And not because it's the final game, but because they're playing a South Dakota opponent. Here's Bennett Dean. Runners at first and second here with 1 away. And before we get the first pitch, get the home plate cleared off. Runners at first and second here with 1 down. George Stalley put the first pitch into right field for a leadoff single. Jane Wiebe was walked. Merkwan struck out. Here's the first pitch to Dean. That is at the top of the zone at the letters for strike 1. Dean so far, for a while, he was the only guy to get an RBI in this tournament for Post State. That one's popped up. It's going to be a tough play going out into shortstop, and it's going to fall in. The throw is going to come to third. Stalley's able to slide in. The ball will get away. Everybody's going to move up 90 feet. The throw to home to try and get Stalley. He is safe underneath the tag. And the speed of Stalley is able to score the first run of the ball game on what will be a hit for Dean, and then a throwing error from the shortstop in Inhofer. And Post State strikes first here at the top of the first. And it will be second and third here with 1 away.
Number 24, third baseman, Johnny Lyons.
So Stalley will end up scoring. Wiebe's at third. Dean will get credit for the single. And then the throwing error from the shortstop Inhofer will allow the first runner to come in to score. And a quick conversation at home plate between head coach and umpire. And now Johnny Lyons will step to the plate. So second and third here with 1 away. And Johnny Lyons has an opportunity to extend this 1-0 lead here in the top of the first. The lefty Anderson delivers the first pitch. And that one will catch the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Yates lead it right now 1-0. As Johnny Lyons, who is hitting .385 on the year at the plate. That one will bounce in just a little bit away from the catcher and Stroud, but not far enough away. Wiebe had a good read on it, but it didn't bounce far enough to try and score. Lions with that .385 batting average. 3 runs driven in. He's one of the guys. He is leading the team in the batting average at .385. That one, another pitch in the dirt, another great block there from Evan Stroud, and the count's now 2-1. It is Kane Peters out in left, Allen in center, Kuma in right, Owen Cass at third, Inhofer at short, Andrzejewski at second, Floor at first, and Stroud behind the plate as Anderson delivers the 2-1 upstairs, and it's now 3-1. On deck is Gary Nedved, the DH. Anderson comes set from the stretch. Here's the 3-1. Ground ball left side. That's going to get through for a base hit. One run will come in to score. Dean's being waved around third. The throw coming to the plate. It is on line, and Dean is tagged out trying to score. A strike from Kane Peters out in left field. Guns down Dean at the plate. And one run does score on the RBI single for Johnny Lyons. He takes second on the throw. It's a 2-0 lead, but there's now 2 down and a runner on second. That was a fantastic throw from Kane Peters. And if you're Brian White, you're sending Bennett Dean 10 out of 10 times and saying he's going to do that every single time. He's got to make that perfect throw to get you out of the plate. Nedved will ground the first pitch foul over on the right side. That's one where you just tip the cap to the left fielder and say that was a fantastic throw by Kane Peters. So there's now 2 down. Lions with the RBI single. He is at second. And the count is 0-2 here to Nedved. 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the first and a 2-0 lead. Base hit could make it a 3-0 ball game. 0-2 pitch upstairs. Good take there from Nedved. Good pitch from Anderson as well, trying to get Nedved to chase. And it remains set to, or it is now at 1-2. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That one's outside. It's now 2-2. Nedved hitting just 188 so far on the season. 3 hits, 3 RBIs. But can pick up maybe hit number 4 and RBI number 4 here. 2-2 pitch. That is also outside, and then the count is now 3-2. 0-2 now to 3-2. On deck is Matthew Hansen, the shortstop. The number 7 hitter in the order for Post State. Anderson from the stretch. Here's the 3-2. That one is fouled out of play by Nedved on the right side. We'll do it again here with the payoff pitch upcoming. 3 hits in the inning for Post State. All 3 singles. Stalley, Dean, and Lyons. All with base hits. Here's now the 3-2 again. That is going to be ball 4. Gets off the glove of the catcher, Stroud, and the third base will be Lyons. So the runners will be at the corners with 2 away. And the second walk issued here to Anderson. And it will draw a mound visit here with 2 outs here in the top of the first. And Post State will be at home for the first time on Tuesday when they take on the Mandan Chiefs. A couple times that we see Mandan this year. We'll go up to Mandan this summer in the end of June before we head up to the Minot tournament. That'll be at the last weekend of June, right before the weekend before the 4th of July. We'll have a doubleheader against Mandan, finish the drive up to Minot, and have the Minot tournament Friday through Sunday at the end of the month of June. Post State will be back here in Rapid City next Saturday. They did have a game scheduled for Friday, but that has been canceled, so now they'll play a triangular with Casper and Post 22 on Saturday. And we'll have both those games here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. First pitch to Matthew Hansen. That will bounce in. Good block there from Stroud.
Number 12, Matt Hansen. Oh, Matthew.
Hansen followed by Hunsley. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball to the right side. It'll be fielded by the second baseman, Andrzejewski. The throw to first will retire Hansen, and that will be how the first inning, top of the first, comes to an end. But 2 runs score in the inning on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first, and Post State has a 2-0 lead over Sturgis. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
If you're in the market for a new home, call my mom or grandma, Kathy. Sunshine Properties is my mom and my grandma.
When you're ready to buy or sell, rely on us, Kathy Sunshine Properties. We'll help you to buy or sell with confidence. When you're out and about, stop and see us at our new location on the corner of Capitol and Central here in Pierre.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
As we welcome you back here to the bottom of the first inning, as Jet Zabel is on the mound for Post State, he will be making his second starts of the season, as it will be Dawson Inhofer to lead things off. Inhofer, Peters, Anderson, then Cass, Allen, Andrzejewski, Stroud, Fuller, and Kuma. The 9 men in the order for the Sturgis Titans. First pitch is over for strike one from Jet Zabel. Zabel, the big left-hander. The windup in the 0-1 comes inside and it's now 1-1. As the 1-1 comes in, out to right field. Going over is Stalley. He'll reach up and make the catch. And a nice play there from George Stalley to retire Inhofer, the first batter. And he'll bring up now Kane Peters, the left fielder. Zabel threw in game 2 of the season, a 7-5 loss for Post State. He threw 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 5 runs, 3 of those earned, 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Threw 69 pitches in that ball game. First pitch is over for strike one to Kane Peters. He's looking to build off of it. In his second start, he threw well in the spring season for Post State, or for the Governors. That one's outside. It's now 1-1. In the spring for Zabel, through 20 and third innings in his 5 appearances. There's a ground ball right side, fielded by Jaden Wiebe. The throw to first to Dean is in time. There's 2 down here in the bottom of the first, and it will bring up David Anderson, the pitcher. He gave up 17 runs, only 10 earned in the spring. 17 walks, 21 strikeouts. He had a magnificent game and a complete game against O'Gorman. He had 21 strikeouts. 11 of those were caught looking. An ERA of 3.44 and a whip of 1.92 for Jet Zabel. First pitch is over for strike one to David Anderson. So Zabel was strong as a sophomore, now a rising junior here for Post State. And that one's popped up out towards center field. Brecken Kruger will glide to his right, make the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Zabel to open things up in the bottom of the first. We have the top of the second. 2-0 lead here for Post State. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping wants to make it easy for you to get that lush green lawn and that yard haven that you've been dreaming of. Visit dakotasprinkler.com to make appointments for sprinkler system spring startup, service calls, fall winterization, and landscaping quotes. Trust Dakota Sprinkler and Landscaping's professionals to get you through the planning and installation to make your landscaping needs a reality. Visit dakotasprinkler.com today. Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. You'll find a great selection of quality new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep vehicles, plus a great selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take good care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and body shop, along with a friendly financing team that'll do their best to get you into your next new or pre-owned vehicle with financing that fits your budget. Wagner Auto is your local, family-owned, full-service dealership in Pierre. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Top of the second, 2-0 lead for Post State over Sturgis. As for the 8, 9, and 1, Grayson Hunsley, Brecken Kruger, and George Stalley. Be back to the top of the order as David Anderson gave up 3 hits in the first inning, had those 2 walks, but only allowed those 2 runs. And after that first inning, maybe when you look at 2 walks, 3 hits, you might think, well, they probably scored quite a bit, but he was able to work around it, only allowing 2 runs. Had some help from his left fielder in Kane Peters, throwing Dean out at the plate, trying to score a base hit from Johnny Lyons. That kept it a 2-0 score. So here's Grayson Hunsley to lead things off. As the Eights will be looking to add on to their lead. Hunsley so far looking to get that batting average up. He hit really well in the spring season. As the first pitch misses for ball 1, but that average right now at 62 for Grayson Hunsley. What do you like about what Hunsley has done, even though he hasn't been able to get on base? As the 1-0 pitch is upstairs, it's now 2-0, and this is game 7 of the season. But he's 1 for 16 in total, but with just 1 strikeout. So he's putting the ball in play. Even though he's not getting the base hits right now, hits will eventually come if you keep putting the bat on the ball. As a 2-0 pitch is over for a strike, and it's now 2-1 here to Hunsley. That's the encouraging thing for Hunsley and for this Pierre squad too, that just because the average isn't there right now, putting the ball in play, making the defense work, and that was the struggle for the high school team, was striking out too much throughout the season. Throughout every game, they just struck out too much and got better as the year went on, but been something that this Post-8 team has been able to do or not been able to do is strike out. They have not been striking out as much the first part of this season as they had been in the high school year. Grayson Hunsley will draw the leadoff walk. He will run for himself over at first base as Brecken Kruger will come to the plate. Brecken Kruger had himself a pretty good day yesterday. He drove in both game-winning runs, one in the top of the 8th, the other in the bottom of the 6th, and he also picked up the win on the mound in that first game. Showing bunt, pulls it back and taken for a strike. And it's 0-1 here to Brecken Kruger. He was able to pick up multiple RBIs in game 1, had 2 RBIs in that game, including the go-ahead winning run in the top of the 8th inning. That one's on the outside edge. It's now 0-2 here to Kruger. And then the bottom of the 6th in the second game when Post-8 started down 5-0 in that contest. Gave the 8s a 6-5 lead in the bottom of the 6th. 0-2 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 1-2 here to Brecken Kruger. With nobody out here in the top of the second. A 2-0 lead here for Pierre. Here's the 1-2. That one will bounce in. That was a good block there by Stroud. Keeping Hunsley over at first base, and the count is now 2-2. Later on tonight here on KCCR, we've got Game 2 of the NBA Finals between Golden State and Boston. Here's a 2-2. Ground ball left side, off the glove of the third baseman and Cass, into left field. That will stop Hunsley at second. And Brecken Kruger is on first and second here with nobody out in the top of the second inning.
That takes us back to the top of the lineup. Now batting right fielder, number
And
11, George.
on the scoreboard right now, they have given Brecken Kruger a hit. You are listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station. But that will be an air charge to the shortstop. Or excuse me, to the third baseman, Owen Cass. We'll give Kruger a single. Now their Air was in charge of the shortstop earlier, so end up giving Kruger a single. First pitch is taken for ball one to George Stalley, who is already 1 for 1 in this ball game. Singled and came around to score. He was that one error for Sturgis as he got to third base. The throw went wide. Showing bunt, pulls it back, taking it for ball two. And a fake throw from Stroud, and Grayson Hunsley was trying to scamper back, and he almost fell down. He did fall down. Stroud had an opportunity if he had released it, but probably wisely did not until after Hunsley fell down. 2-0 pitch. That one's in the dirt, and a good block again by Stroud. He's been very good behind the plate for Sturgis. Makes that pitcher, any pitcher, much more confident out on the mound when you can put balls in the dirt and they're blocked out routinely by your catcher. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one will miss inside. It'll be a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are now loaded here with nobody out in the top of the second. And that will force another mound visit here with Jaden Wiebe, the second baseman, coming to the plate. I think they're going to keep him in the ball game. Here with nobody out, top of the second, and a 2-0 lead here for Pierre Post State. The Eights now at 2-4, and I wouldn't say things were looking bleak yesterday, but down 5-2. It was just about danger territory to be starting the season 0-5. And then when they were down 5-0 in the top of the first, they were looking like they were in danger to be 1-5. So, as Wiebe will come to the plate, the Eights are still looking for that third straight win, but they've got an opportunity to extend this 2-0 lead here in the top of the second. Wiebe walked and came around to score as well for Post State. First pitch will bounce in, and Stroud was able to block that one up cleanly. That one almost hit Wiebe off the foot after it bounced. Johnny Lyons has the only RBI so far for Post State, as Dean doesn't get credit for the RBI on his base hit that Stalley came in to score on the throwing error. That one's upstairs, and it's now 2-0. That's 6 straight misses now here for David Anderson, the pitcher. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Here's the 2-0. That one is missing upstairs, and it's now 3-0. And one more take here from Wiebe with a 3-0 count. Anderson will hit Wiebe. It's going to be ball four either way, but he will get the RBI. Does Jaden Wiebe. Is now a 3-0 lead for Post State in the top of the second. And Jack Merkwan now will come to the plate. And Sturgis will now start to have a little bit of some grumblings around in the right field bullpen. They're going to get somebody to go warm up out there for the Sturgis Titans. Here's Merkwan, struck out swinging his first trip to the plate. Bases loaded still, nobody out. First pitch right down the middle is ripped into the right center field gap. It will roll out towards the track. 2 runs will come in to score, not picked up cleanly. So Wiebe will around third. He's on his way in. Now Merkwan's cut in between a second and third. All 3 runs score. Merkwan's going to be chased down. He's still making his way, trying to find his way back to second, but he is tagged out. And it will be a 3 RBI double for Jag Merkwan. The bases are now all clear, but he doubles the lead with a 3 RBI double for Jack Merkwan. And that will bring up now Bennett Dean with nobody on base and 1 down. I believe that goes down as a 9, 6, 5, 4, something like that on the put out. And there's one down. First pitch is a strike to Dean. 6-0 though our score. Dean out towards right field. That one's going back to the track. It is off the wall. Dean will round first. He's on his way to second. He's got himself a double. A one-out double for Bennett. Dean missed a home run by that much. And the second straight extra base hit for Post State. He is now 2 for 2 as Dean.
And the double brings up third baseman, number 24.
And it will bring up Johnny Lyons. And for Post State, here in this inning, that is their third hit. Everybody's been on base to open up this inning, but there still is one down. Johnny Lyons, 1 for 1 with an RBI single, takes ball one outside. Another RBI opportunity for Lyons. And a 6-0 advantage here in the top of the second inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Small check swing from Lyons, but taken for a strike, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. For Post State's, and again, also this tournament's got the 8-run rule after 5 and the 15 after 3, as Lyons will put that one out to the left center field gap. That one's going to get caught by the center fielder. A long run. Dean will slide back in safely at second. The throw will get all the way out to the first base dugout, so Dean will end up at third base anyway, now with 2 away. But what a long run for Dustin Allen. He was able, it looked like he was playing Lyons to go the other way. The left fielder and Kane Peters looked like he was almost playing down the line, so there's a huge gap out in left center field. And it looked like that ball was easily going to drop out there in the gap, but Allen was able to track it down. His throw, though, came in and went wide of second and ends up being an error, as Nedved will foul the first pitch away. So Dean ends up at third either way, and probably ends up at third because of nearly taking off too soon, because he probably isn't able to tag his way to third. Maybe he tries it. The count's now 1-1 here to Nedved. But because the ball ended up getting away from the second baseman and rolling all the way to the first base dugout, Dean was able to get back up from second base and found his way over to third. That pitch is upstairs, and it's now 2-1 here to Nedved. So 4 runs have scored here in the inning for Post State. That was thanks to a 3 RBI double from Jack Merkwan. 2-1 pitch. Here's a chopper right side. Going to be a tough play here for the first baseman right underneath the glove. Another run comes in to score. That one did not take the hop that Floor was expecting it to take. Bennett scores. Bennett Dean scores. And Nedved is safe at first base on an air charge to the first baseman and Floor. So now it'll be Matthew Hansen who grounded out to end the top of the first inning. He's the 9th man to come to the plates here in the top of the second. First pitch is on the inside edge for strike 1. So all 9 guys will come to the plate here in the top of the second inning. 5-run second for Post State. Here's the 0-1. That one misses just a little low, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. And the umpire has warned the Sturgis dugout, arguing balls and strikes. So the count is even at a ball and a strike here to Matthew Hansen. Here's the 1-1. That one is fouled back, and it's now 1-2. Nedved will lead away from first. Matthew Hansen, who's 0 for 1 right now, looking for his first hit in this ball game. 1-2 pitch. Comes inside. Misses for the ball. 2-2 now. Johnson will come set again from the stretch. 2-2. That one will miss high and outside. And the count is now full at 3-2. Nedved will get a head start on the pitch, but with the lefty David Johnson on the mound, you have to be careful. Going to make sure that he does go home. Not get picked off. 3-2 pitch. That one will miss for ball 4, and Matthew Hansen is drawing a 2-out walk. And it will extend the inning back to Grayson Hunsley, who led off with a walk and came around to score when Jane Wiebe was hit by a pitch. So Post State has batted around here in the top of the second. So Nedved now at second, Hansen at first. A 7-0 lead here in the top of the second for Post State. Here's the first pitch from Johnson upstairs for ball 1. The walk single, walk hit by pitch, 3 RBI double, then another double, a fly out, and an error and a walk here to the 9 men, and now Grayson Hunsley back to the plate. That one will also bounce in, and another good block there from Stroud. He's been busy, but he's been very good behind the plate. And time will be called, and Stroud will make his way out and talk to his pitcher, Johnson. Again, we will have coverage of Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight. Post State will be back in action on Tuesday, taking on Mandan, and then Tuesday and Wednesday we'll have Post State baseball for you. Then Saturday again next weekend back here in Rapid City at the Fitz across the parking lot, where the Eights will face Post 22 and Casper, Wyoming. Nothing on Thursday and Friday for Post State. Then we start to get set for the Dakota Classic the following weekend. 2-0 pitch. That one is taken for a strike for Hunsley. Count is 2-1 here with 2 away. Top of the second, 7-0 lead. Swing and a miss by Hunsley, and the count is now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll have coverage of the Women's College World Series as well throughout the week on KCCR. Here's a 2-2. That one is fouled at the plate. We'll do it again here at 2-2. Going to be a busy week with a lot of games here on KCCR. So in the NBA, Women's College World Series, Post State, some hockey for you as well. 2-2 pitch. And Hunsley will shoot that out towards center field. Dustin Allen is there. He'll make the catch and retire the side here in the top of the second. But 10 guys come to the plate, 5-run score for Post State, as they were able to get another 3 hits in the inning. There was 1 error and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the second. It is a 7-0 lead for Post State's over Sturgis. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Comtech is a total technology solutions provider. Comtech is ready to get technology to work for you, not against you. Stop into Comtech to see our selection of TVs, home audio systems, computers, and security systems. They have brand names like Samsung, Bose, Sonos, and Lenovo, just to name a few. Comtech has what you're looking for in technology. Stop in at 1601 Lowell Avenue in Pierre, or visit their website at comtechplus.com. Comtech, your trusted technology solutions provider.
Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman at Floss Dentistry in Pierre is family owned and operated. They have modern practice with skill and caring staff. They have same-day availability. Floss Dentistry is located at 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre with hours Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. Give them a call at 605-224-2161 and don't put off that scheduled cleaning any longer. Floss Dentistry, 603 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or give Dr. Nick and Chelsea Redeman a call at 605-224-2161.
As we welcome you back here, the bottom of the second, and Post State, they are leading 7-0 over the Sturgis Titans. Joe Wickler here on this Sunday afternoon, and the Eights with that lead right now, 7-0. 5-run second inning. And Jet Zabel, who had to wait quite a while to get back on the mound, but he had a 1-2-3 first inning. And he'll have 4, 5, and 6. Owen Cass, Dustin Allen, and A.J. Andrew Jeske will be the first 3 hitters to face Zabel. And this is a important bottom of the second inning because he had that long break for Zabel. He picked up a 7-0 lead, and it's not gimme that this ball game is over. And Post State, while they didn't come back from a 7-run deficit, they're going to know that they came back from a couple 5-run deficits or a couple different deficits yesterday. So it's an important inning to pick up another 0 for the Eights. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Owen Cass. That one will catch the bottom of the zone. It's now 1-1. Zabel works from the windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one's on the outside edge. It's now 1-2. Older brother Peyton, Texas State, they're 2-0 in their regional in the Stanford regional. Beat Stanford last night. So now they are awaiting the winner of Stanford and UC Santa Barbara. That one's flowed over the head of Benedine down for the first base runner. First hits for Sturgis. It'll be a leadoff single for Owen Cass to kick off the bottom of the second inning. And we'll bring up Dustin Allen. But for Texas State, they are 1 win away. They will play tonight again. If they beat the winner of that Stanford UC Santa Barbara, they will advance the Super Regional. Here's a ground ball to Johnny Lyons at third. Throw to second for 1. Back to first. It's a 5-4-3 double play. Took 1 pitch to retire that leadoff man that was on base. A double play turn by Post State. And there's now 2 down here in the bottom of the second. And we'll bring up A.J. Andrew Jeske. Now with 2 down, Zabel will get back to the windup. And here's the first pitch to Andrew Jeske, and that one misses outside for ball 1. Texas State is lined up, that region is lined up with the region of Maryland. There's a swing and a foul tip in the mid of Grayson Hunsley. UConn is in the catbird seat in that regional, as that one will bounce in, and it's now 2-1. And talking with Mark Zabel earlier this afternoon, and said that Peyton had thought that if it is Texas State and UConn, with the fact that both those teams are 2-0, that Texas State would actually host the Super Regional next weekend, with the opportunity to head to the College Baseball World Series. Counts 2-2 on the swing and a miss from Andrew Jeske. And here's a 2-2 from Jet Zabel. That one will miss low, and it's now 3-2. Zabel trying to avoid his first walk, as he will deliver a full count pitch to the second baseman, Andrew Jeske. Ground ball. 1 hopper right back to Zabel. The throw to first is in time, and that retires the side. Still 1-2-3 inning for Zabel. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We have played 2 completes here in Sturgis, here against Sturgis, and Post State leads at 7-0 over the Titans. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Did you miss your exit?
For the second time in a row.
Ooh, 3rd time's a charm. You deserve a treat for that time on the road. Did you lose your favorite sunglasses?
Yes, and they were on my head.
Or did you remember your wallet, but forget your phone instead? So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you meal prep all your lunches and order tacos instead?
I'm so ashamed. Please don't tell my wife.
I went to the grocery store and actually remembered my reusable bags.
Earth-friendly, so safe. It's one of a kind, it'll blow your mind. That deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates, at your service, at your side, with offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
As we welcome you back here, top of the third inning, Post States, they are leading 7-0 over Sturgis, as it will be 9-1-2 for Post States to kick things off. And for the Eights, it is an opportunity here with the 7-run lead. You still got to still score 8 runs this inning, but you're kind of putting yourself in line here to maybe make this a shorter game. But that's just because of how the first 2 innings went doesn't mean that is going to be how the game ends up finishing out. There's still plenty of baseball left to go as Brecken Kruger waits on the first pitch and takes it for strike 1. That's the beauty of baseball. You might get the 10-run rule, but there is no running clock against you. That one is over, and it's now 0-2. And there would be for a lot of other sports. Still got to get all 3 outs every single inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Taken for strike 3 on the inside edge. And Kruger is down on strikes. The second strikeout now for Johnson. And there's one down here to open things up in the top of the third. And now here's George Stalley. He singled and came around to score. He walked and came around to score. The rising sophomore, the leadoff spot here for Post State. First pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Here to the Eights right fielder. Was able to catch game 2 of that doubleheader yesterday. 1-0 pitch is upstairs, and it's now 2-0. And was able to catch Grayson Hunsley, who had a terrific game in relief. 6 2/3 inning of scoreless baseball for Grayson Hunsley. 2-0 pitch, that's inside, and it's now 3-0. And Hunsley inherited the bases loaded in that first inning and allowed just 1 run to score. It was a productive out used by Bellevue East. Here's a 3-0. That one's at the top of the zone, and it's now 3-1. And still good hitters count here for Stalley. Trying to be the first base runner of this top of the third. Here's the 3-1 pitch. That one is outside, and it will be a 1-out walk issued. Second time that Stalley has been walked. Third time he's been on base all in every single inning. And now here's Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe has been yet to swing the bat to put the ball in play. He was walked and also hit by a pitch. He got an RBI back in the second inning when he was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Pickoff attempt, and diving back in safely is Stalley at first base. Wiebe, and then it will be Merkwan. Here's the first pitch. Runner takes off. Stroud unable to catch it cleanly. Went off the umpire, but Stalley was going to steal it easily after Stroud unable to get the glove fully on it. So a stolen base for Stalley. He's now at second. Count is 1-0. Here to Jaden Wiebe. Here's a 1-0 pitch. That one will bounce in. Another good block there from Stroud. The count's now 2-0. One out, runner on second. Here at the top of the third. 7-0 lead for Post State. 2-0. That one is high and outside. Now a 3-0 count. With Jack Merkwan on deck, he'd be followed by Bennett Dean. Anderson from the stretch, 3-0 pitch. That one will catch the bottom of the zone, now 3-1. Wiebe nearly was on base for the third time without having to swing the bats. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Anderson to Wiebe. He will walk him. Back-to-back walks issued. And so Wiebe will make his way to first, and a mound visit once again here for Sturgis. Runners at first and second here with one away here in the top of the third inning. And Post State threatening again to extend their lead. They scored 5 in the second and 2 in the first. But for Post State, this is, you can kind of you start to see it coming here a little bit in this weekend. They played well against Laramie, played good against Cheyenne while they were no hit against Cheyenne. Overall just played some good baseball, and then got to this point yesterday where they were able to find their way into a win after being down 5-2, and then winning 8-5 after being down 5-0 last night. Here's Jack Merquant. First pitch swinging, and that one will be fouled out of play. It is 0-1 here to Merquant. He is 1 for 2. He struck out swinging in the first. He doubled home 3 runs in the second, but was thrown out between second and third, trying to stretch it into a triple. And the 0-1 pitch will be fouled out of play again, and the count's now 0-2. They had action in the bullpen in right field for Sturgis, but since that time in the second inning, they have not sent anybody back out there. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Merquant. He'll foul that one out of play. All 3 pitches so far have been fouled out to the right of us here behind home plate in the press box. Pete Lean's got some different dimensions here. The 0-2 pitch to Merquant, looked at for strike 3. And there's the second strikeout now of the inning. No ball has been put into play yet in the top of the third. 2 backwards Ks and 2 walks, and he'll bring up Bennett Dean. But it's 325 out in left field, but 350 down the right field line, 370 out in dead center, but it really kicks out in left center field, 415, what they have out here at Pete Lean. First pitch, ground ball to the right side. That one's off the glove. The throw to first is not going to be in time, and Bennett Dean is safe over at first base, as the second baseman, Andrew Jeske, just couldn't find the footing, and will end up being an infield single for Dean. And the bases are now loaded here for Johnny Lyons. So Lyons, 1 for 2. RBI single bag in the first. A fly out victim in the top of the second. Bases loaded here with 2 away. Runners will be off with contact. First pitch is at the top of the zone for strike 1 to Lyons. The Lyons, and Nedved would be the next hitter if he's able to reach base. Here's the 0-1. That one will bounce in. Evan Stroud again makes a nice block. Keep that run from coming in. The count is 1-1. The state tournament in 2020 was played out here at Pete Lean. While 320 was not part of the state tournament, we played the Veterans Classic, and then they tore the stadium down, tore up the field. They put the turf in, so they were unable to play that state tournament there. There's a base hit up the middle for Johnny Lyons. 2 runs will come in to score, and then the ball gets past the center fielder. So Bennett Dean's going to round third. He's going to try and score. It's going to be 2 RBI single for Johnny Lyons. An error allows the third run to come in, and Post State has opened things up to now a 10-0 lead here in the top of the third inning. Lyons will stand at second base. He gets credit for 2 RBIs. And that third run will come in off the air. And here's Gary Nedved that can extend the inning and maybe drive in another run here for Post State. So Dean scores all the way from first. And the air will be charged to the center fielder in Allen as the first pitch for Nedved is flown out of play. So Matthew Hansen being told he needs more baseballs from the home plate umpire. But yeah, Pete Lean was the host field, as 22 was the host team in the state tournament back in 2020, and that was just 4 teams, as it was Pierre, Post 22 obviously, Renner, and Brandon Valley. The 8s end up getting third place. They lost the first game, came back, and then beat Renner in the second game. As that one is upstairs, it's now 2-1. And that was a night that, after eliminating Renner on Saturday, had to wait until, I think it was about 10:30 locally, got the game started. Before Post State ended up being eliminated by Brandon Valley, as Nedved fouls it back, and it's now 2-2. That game didn't get over until midnight. I think it was midnight Mountain Time. We were talking about, Greg D and I were talking about it, saying, good morning to everybody in the capital city, because it was after midnight on Sunday before the game got over with. That one's popped up by Nedved. It's on the infield. And the catcher is going to make the catch, and Stroud. That one, he made it look pretty easy. That one is as difficult as a catch to make as possible. But that will end the inning. Another 3-run score for Post State. They now lead at 10-0 over Sturgis after 2.5. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Bank West Insurance has the expertise and resources to deliver personalized service and customized solutions. As an independent agency, we shop dozens of companies to get you the best coverage at the best price. As your trusted choice for insurance coverage, we promise to go the extra mile so you can rest assured your loved ones and your assets are protected. Contact your local agent with Bank West Insurance to work for you.
Not a deposit, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, may go down in value, equal opportunity provider.
At the Y, we're more than a gym. We're a cause-driven charitable organization nurturing the potential of every youth, adult, and senior in our community. From advocacy to childcare, disease prevention to athletics, swim lessons to safe spaces, our mission ensures that everyone, regardless of their financial situation, can participate in the services that we offer at the Y. We invite you to stop in and check out our youth sports, summer camps, group exercise classes, swim lessons, and so much more. Discover your Y at the Milwaukee Family YMCA in Pierre, where we are for youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility.
We welcome you back here to the bottom of the third inning. Post State have a 10-0 lead over the Sturgis Titans. And it will be for Sturgis in the bottom of the third. It'll be 7, 8, 9. Evan Stroud, Adam Floor, and Sam Kuma. And Stroud will make his way to the plate. And Sturgis coaching staff had a long conversation, and the team had a long conversation between innings that took the entire commercial break, and also having to wait was Jed Zabel and the rest of the 8s to get the third inning underway. First pitch is over for strike one to Stroud. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is fouled back, and it's 0-2. Just one base runner so far for Sturgis. That was a leadoff single from Owen Cass, but he was promptly retired on a double play on the next pitch, as Zabel delivers the 0-2 to Evan Stroud. That one's popped up right side. Bennett Dean will have a lot of room over there in foul territory. He'll make the catch, and the leadoff man is retired to open things up in the bottom of the third inning. And that'll bring up now the number 8 hitter, Adam Floor.
First baseman, number 40, Adam Floor.
The Floor and then the right fielder Kuma will be the next two hitters. And then they will finally get back to the top of the order, where Post State on the other side, they'll have 7, 8, 9 for their third at-bats. First pitch is over for ball one on the outside to Adam Floor. 1-0 pitch comes inside, and it's now 2-0. Zabel working quickly. 2-0 pitch is fouled back, and it's now 2-1. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Just a bit outside, now 3-1. They will have a We'll give a good hitter's count here to Adam Floor. Here's the 3-1. Swings and misses. And it's now 3-2. And that one cut off the glove of Hunsley. And maybe it didn't feel so good in the thumb for Hunsley. But the 3-2 pitch ended up being ball 4, gets to the backstop and be the first walk issued by Zabel. And there's 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning, and we'll bring up the number 9 hitter in Sam Kuma. And Kuma will hit with a runner on base, which has been rare for Sturgis through 2 1/3 innings so far. First pitch from Zabel. That one will miss low and outside, and this counts to 1-0 here to Kuma. Back to the top of the order is due up next, and Dawson Inhofer. Here's the 1-0 on the outside edge, and it's now 1-1 here to Kuma. Here's the 1-1. That one is on the outside edge as well. Now 1-2. Here to the Sturgis right fielder. With 1 on and 1 out. 1-2 pitch from Zabel. Curveball that nearly hit Kuma, nearly backed its way back across the plate. The count is now 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Also missing low and away, now 3-2. And on deck is Dawson Inhofer, the top of the order. Where Zabel does not want to walk in, or have another walk issued. 3-2 pitch, swing and a foul tip just off the mid of Hunsley. Nearly got the strikeout for Zabel, who is still looking for his first strikeout of this game. Everything's been put into play from Sturgis. 3-2, that'll hit Kuma. And that'll be now first and second with 1 away. And it'll bring up the top of the order. Here's Dawson Inhofer.
Number 16, shortstop Dawson Inhofer.
And Kuma, that one caught him cleanly just below the right hip. The left-handed hitter. So Dawson Inhofer, who flew out to right field in the bottom of the first inning, will come back to the plate as back-to-back hitters have had free passes. Although Kuma's probably at first base thinking that's far from a free pass for me. Here's the first pitch to Inhofer. That one comes inside and misses. Zabel trying to find the strike zone here. Here's the 1-0. There's a swing and a miss by Inhofer, and it's now 1-1. Marquand still out in left, Kruger in center, and Stallion rights. Lyons at third, Hanson at short, Wiebe at second, and Dean at first. 1-1 pitch will bounce in, and Hunsley was able to catch a little bit of a break as it went off the umpire and stayed right behind Hunsley. And Floor was unable to take off for third, so now the count is 2-1, still runners at first and second here with 1 away in the bottom of the third. 2-1 pitch is outside, and it's now 3-1. And Zabel is in danger of walking the bases loaded. Here's a 3-1. That one will catch the bottom of the zone, and the count is full here at 3-2. Lions playing even with the bag over at third base. 3-2 pitch. That one will miss, and it will be now bases loaded here with 1 down. And that will draw Brian White out from the third base dugout to have a conversation with this left-handed pitcher. And for Brian White, he's had to do that for not that often, but he's done it for several years with a lot of different Zabels. Start with Peyton, followed by Gray, and now here with Jet. I think for Brian White, I think he would probably say, I'd love to have a Zabel every single year. I'd love to have all 3 of them at the same time. back in 2019, the Eights were in a spot where they didn't have their guys were getting hurt. They had the Coy Classic, then they had the Junior Legion tournament at the same time. A couple different guys had to go play for the Junior Legion, so they were down a couple of guys, and Jet Zabel actually had to put the jersey on and be part of the bench for Post State, just in case, as the first pitch here to Kane Peters over for strike one. So he didn't actually make his debut. I don't think he played or even ran for anybody. There's a swing and a miss by Peters, and it's now 0-2. But he was on the bench in 2019 as a player for Post State, which would have put him at, I believe, 6th grade, 7th grade, somewhere around there. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Here's a good curveball that was taken by Peters. Good block there by Hunsley. And the count's now 1-2. And he was obviously there just in case they needed one extra body. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Coming inside, it's now 2-2. I do remember, though, both Peyton and Gray were saying, just let him go pitch. He won't have any fear. And been showing that for the last couple of years that Jet Zabel has no fear. That one's outside, and it's now 3-2. And from 0-2, now full count at 3-2 with the bases loaded and one down. Zabel going from the windup. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball to the right side. Wiebe will field. He'll turn to second for one. Hanson back to first. Not going to be in time. So they did get the runner at second. Run does come in to score. It's now a 10-1 ball game with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. So fielder's choice RBI for Peters. And a good play there from Jane Wiebe to Matt Hanson, while the runner was easily safe at first. Those two guys between Wiebe and Hanson at least gave a shot at potentially getting Peters over at first base. So now here's the pitcher, David Anderson. And the runner's at first and third and 2 away. First pitch, a swing and a miss. And it's 0-1 here to Anderson. Anderson 0 for 1, flew out to center field. A pickoff attempt and back in safely as Peters over at first base. Anderson flew out to Brecken Kruger in center field. His first trip up. 10-1 our score. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Here's a ground ball to the right side that will be fouled. The count's now 0-2. Scoreboard's got 11-1 on here at Pete Lean, but it is a 10-1 score. 2 runs in the first, 5 in the second, and 3 in the third for Post State. And 1 run scored here in the bottom of the third for Sturgis. Time is called by Anderson. He'll regather, dig back in here with 2 down and 0-2 count with runners at the corners here in the bottom of the third. 0-2 pitch, and a balk is called. Zabel did not come set, so another run will come in to score. And it's now a 10-2 ball game. And the runner will move up to second base. So it's now 10-2. Runner on second. 0-2 pitch. That one's fouled back. And it will stay at 0-2. Zabel trying to get out of this inning. Walk hit by pitch and a walk. And then the runner at second reached on the fielder's choice. 0-2. That one's fouled out of play on the left side. So we'll have another one here at 0-2.
As a reminder, return all foul balls to the concession stand for a treat and a chance to win a $50 gift card from Shill's, courtesy of Shill's Rapid City.
Leading away from second is Caden Peters. Here's the 0-2. That one misses low and outside, and the count's 1-2. Zabel trying to get out of this bottom of the third inning. He's labored through this third inning, even though he hasn't allowed a hit. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball to the right side. Jaden Wiebe will field. Underhand flip to Dean at first, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the third. 2 runs, though, score in the inning. No hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We have played 3 completes. It is a 10-2 lead for Post State's over Sturgis. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KSUCR and on YouTube at KSUCR Sports.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
The count may change with every pitch, but what doesn't change is God's love for you. Come join us at Faith Lutheran Church to hear about the God who blesses us with athletic skill, meaningful relationships, and the peace and comfort that comes from His Son Jesus. You can worship on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. or on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 11 a.m. Faith Lutheran Church is up the hill at 714 North Grand and happy to support our athletes, their families, and our community.
Top of the 4th inning, and Post State's leading 10-2 over the Sturgis Titans. As I believe that is a new man on the mound for the Sturgis Titans. Nope, that is still David Anderson. He is still on the mound for Post State, or excuse me, for Post 33. Zabel has thrown 53 pitches through 3 innings. David Anderson, he is just about done for the day, though. They will have probably a new pitcher coming in this inning because he has thrown 91 pitches through 3 innings. Matthew Hansen be the first man here due up in the top of the 4th inning. First pitch misses for ball 1 to Hansen. Well, Post State has scored a crooked number in all 3 innings so far. And Hansen will pop the 1-0 pitch, foul, and that will get out of play. Now at 1-1. They're looking to continue that trend here in the top of the 4th with an 8-run lead. Here's the 1-1. That is outside now, 2-1. It'll be pitch number 94 here for Anderson. That one will miss inside, and the count's now 3-1 to leadoff man Hansen, Hunsley, Kruger. 7, 8, 9 for Post State. Leading 10-2. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Misses inside. Nope, it is taken for a strike. And the count is now 3-2. Hansen had started, he tossed his bat and he was undoing the shin protector. So now he will dig back in with the full count here at 3-2. That one will miss for ball 4. Just extended by 1 pitch for still a leadoff walk issued to Matt Hansen. And we'll bring up Grayson Hunsley. Hunsley walked and also flew out to the center fielder in his 2 trips to the plate. Some action in the right field bullpen for Sturgis, with Anderson's day coming into a close here shortly because of pitch count. There's a chopper up over the middle, fielded by the shortstop. The throw will be to first, but it will be a wide throw to first. Hunsley will take off for second. Everybody will move up 90 feet, and the air will be charged to Inhofer, the shortstop. And there is now runners at second and third here with nobody out. I thought maybe Inhofer was going to turn and flip it to second and then throw to first, but time has been called. Anderson, his day will come to an end as they will bring in a man from the bullpen. So we'll step aside for a minute. We'll come back and tell you the changes. Listen to Post-State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Hunter Jansen will be on the mound now for Sturgis. Anderson will move from the mound to first base, which means Floor will come out of the ball game. So Jansen will take Floor's spot, which is 8th in the order, and would be due up 5th in the bottom of the 3rd, as Hunter Jansen will be the now man on the mound for Sturgis post 33, and he will have to deal with Brecken Kruger to start his afternoon with runners at 2nd and 3rd and nobody out on the air charge to the shortstop in Inhofer. And for Jansen, he has thrown 2 1/3 innings so far in his one appearance, as he gave up 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, an ERA of 0 and a whip of 1.29. So a good appearance out of the bullpen for Jansen in his first of the summer. So now here's Brecken Kruger to not lead things off, but be coming to the plate here, the first batter for Jansen, and he'll miss for ball 1 because Hansen is at 3rd base, Hunsley is at 2nd. With nobody out here in the top of the 4th. 1-0 pitch is upstairs, is now 2-0 here to Kruger. Brecken Kruger 1 for 2, singled, infield single, and then struck out looking so far here in this afternoon's game. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one is over for a strike, now 2-1. Again, don't forget Tuesday home opener for Post State. They will take on Mandan, hometown hero night at the ballpark, as it counts now 3-1, as they will honor the family of Greg Dean. Will be on the air at 4:45. That ceremony will be in between games against Mandan. 3-1 pitch is upstairs for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded here with nobody out. And it's back to the top of the order, where Post State will try and do some more damage, as George Stalley will come to the plate. He's been to the plate all 3 innings to this point. Now his 4th plate appearance here in the top of the 4th. He's singled and walked twice, and he's come around to score all 3 times. Here's the first pitch to Stalley. That one will bounce, get away. Hansen will come in. He will score standing up. Run comes in, make it 11-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. And so it's now 2nd and 3rd here for Stalley. Jaden Wiebe, and then the number 3 hitter, Jack Merquant. Barring a double play, all 3 of those guys will come to the plate here in the top of the 4th. That one will miss low. Just missed by Stroud, but it went off the umpire and allowed that ball not to kick too far away. So Hunsley at 3rd, Kruger at 2nd. Here's a 2-0 pitch. That one is taken at the knees. It's now 2-1 here to Stalley. As the Eights are trying to get back up by 10 after 2 runs scored in the bottom of the 3rd inning for Sturgis. There's a ground ball up the middle. Another run will come in off the glove. Brecken Kruger will stop at third base. Grayson Hunsley at first. And it's now a 12-2 ball game. As looks like they're going to give another error charge to the shortstop in Inhofer. Should still be in RBI for George Staley because that run was scored regardless of the outcome. There's a pitch that will get to the backstop. Another run will come in to score, make it 13-2 now with a runner on second. And the count is 1-0. So Kruger has come in to score, and we can officially close the book on Johnson. Excuse me, Anderson. After the 2 runs that he had on base came in to score, with Hansen and Hunsley both scoring. So we'll get you his totals as the 1-0 will miss. And it's now a 2-0 count here to Jaden Wiebe. 2-0 pitch will hit Wiebe, so he is on base. He has walked twice and now been hit by a pitch twice. And it's first and second with nobody out. That helped the old on-base percentage. Doesn't hurt the batting average. Doesn't help the batting average, though, but it definitely helps the on-base percentage. As here's Jack Merquant with runners at first and second here with nobody out. First pitch is over for strike 1. So 3 innings for Anderson. Gave up 8 hits, 12 runs. 8 of those were earned, as it's now 0-2 here to Merquant. He had 8 walks and 3 strikeouts. He also hit Wiebe. There's a line shot, base hit through the left side as Staley will round third. He will come in to score. Everybody else moves up. That's going to be a double for Jack Merquant, his second of the ball game. And the lead is 14-2 now for Post States. And the Eights are still batting with nobody out here in the inning. So that's the 4th RBI of the day now for Jack Merquant. And Bennett Dean will come to the plate. He is 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. And Dean will look to extend this lead for Post State. He'll swing the first pitch and launch it out towards right center field. The catch will be made by the center fielder. Both runners will tag off the glove of Inho for the shortstop. It'll be an RBI sac fly. And it's not a Post State game until Bennett Dean gets an RBI sac fly, which he's done at least over half of these games so far. So he remains at 3 for 3. He's got the RBI now. And there's 1 down. And the lead is now 15-2 for Post State. And here's Johnny Lyons. He can put the Eights up by 14 with a base hit. Lyons is 2 for 3 so far, with 2 RBIs, actually 3 RBIs. He had a RBI single back in the first and a 2 RBI single in the 3rd inning. Swing and a miss, and it's now 1-1. Here to John Lyons. Gary Nedved would be the 9th man to come to the plate. He is on deck for Post State. 1-1 pitch. Lyons ground ball. That will get another run home. It's going to get in the outfield underneath the glove of the 3rd baseman. So Lyons is on base for the 3rd time here today. The lead is up to 14, 16-2. With 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. And we're going to give Johnny Lyons a single and an RBI. That's his 4th RBI as well. Boy, he and Jack Merquant are having themselves a pretty good day. First pitch to Nedved's over for strike 1. So now Lyons with the runner at first base. If he does come in to score, Post State would be up by 15. And would be able to then get a 0 in the bottom of the 4th and finish off the win, as they would have a 15-run win, 15-run game after 3 innings, which will be in the 4th, as that one will miss low. It's now 2-1. Listening to KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, as we're just past 4 o'clock back in the capital city. 3 o'clock here locally on this Sunday afternoon. Glad you're with us here on KCCR. Swing and a miss by Nedved, now 2-2. Post State has put up multiple runs in all 4 innings. 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 3 in the third, and now 6 here in the fourth. 4 RBIs apiece for Johnny Lyons and Jack Merkwan. There's a swing and a foul tip by Nedved as he stays alive at 2-2. Nedved is 0 for 2 so far. He walked, reached on an error, and also popped out to the catcher. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hits Nedved, and he will take first base. And it's now first and second here for Matt Hansen, who started the inning with a walk and came around and scored a wild pitch. Second guy that has been hit by a pitch, and will also end the afternoon here for Jansen. So they will make another pitching change. We'll take another break. Back in a minute. Post State leads at 16-2. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
It takes hard work to reach goals. It's a truth that applies to more than just sports. It also goes for your financial goals. You work hard for your money. You deserve an investment strategy that lines up with your game plan. Your local Edward Jones financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
So I think there's a lot of changes that we made positional-wise here for Sturgis, as we had everybody, all 9 guys are in at the mound, and they look like about 6 of the 9 guys all went to the dugout to get a new glove. Can't even see what number is on the mound right now. Look like maybe Owen Cass is the guy that's on the mound. Nope, it's going to be a 34, which will be Connor Cruikshank. So Cruikshank will take over for Jansen. Anderson's still at first base. I think Cass is still over at second, or short, I mean. Or, well, actually, Cass, I mean, he might be still at third. Let's see, 28 is over at third base, so that is Kane Peters that is over at third. Boy, I'm not really sure where everybody went to. Just about everybody went to the dugout and got a different glove. Felt like the entire outfield is completely different. The outfielders came in to play the infield, and the infielders went to play the outfield outside of David Anderson. But we'll wait to see here what everybody is. Cruikshank is on the mound for the Sturgis Titans, as he will pitch with runners at first and second and 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. And Matt Hansen will be the first man to greet him. And Peters, I do know, is over at third base. May have to get on the Sturgis game changer to see where everybody's at. But Matt Hansen will wait on the first pitch, and he'll swing and pop this one up right side. On the first pitch that he sees will pop out to the first baseman, Anderson. And there's now 2 down here in the top of the 4th, and Grayson Hunsley is trying to put Post State up by 15 here. Hunsley is 0 for 2 so far. Walk, flew out to center field and reached on air. The first pitch almost pops him on top of the helmet. Is able to drop the bat down. So Kuma is over at short. Andrzejewski still at second. Anderson at first. Inhofer is in center. There's a line shot caught by the second baseman, Andrzejewski, and that will retire the side here in the top of the 4th inning. So we will head to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 16-2 lead for Post State. 6-run inning for the Eights. But they lead it by 14, so we're not going to be quite done yet here after the fourth. Listen to Post 8 Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Innovation. It's right here. Avera St. Mary's Hospital keeps care local for you and your family, offering comprehensive care that has earned 4 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services in hospital performance and safety. Avera St. Mary's world-class care is further supported by advanced technology, 2-way video e-consults, 3D mammography, and a state-of-the-art birthing center, so you and your family don't have to go anywhere else, because innovation lives right here in Pierre. Learn more at avera.org/news.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your healthcare is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
As we welcome you back here is Owen Cass to begin the bottom of the fourth inning as Post State has a 14-run lead, 16-2 over the Sturgis Titans. And for Sturgis, they know they will at least have 6 more outs to work with. And for Jet Zabel, also knowing that he's going to try and get 6 more outs here. Post State with a comfortable lead at 14, but still going to get those final outs. First pitch swinging, popped up in foul territory. Bennett Dean, a long run. He will slide and make the catch. Jet Zabel topples over the top of him. And Bennett Dean will make the catch in the first pitch and 1 out. And a strong play from Bennett Dean over on the outfield, or excuse me, on the foul territory on the infield. He had one quick look at where Zabel is at, and he went sliding in, and it looked like he was trying to slide, and with the turf at 22, he's easily sliding his way almost all the way to the backstop, but the grass and dirt kind of cut him off there a little bit. There's a swing and a miss by Dustin Allen. A pitch that was inside ended up hitting him on the foot. Maybe got a piece of it too. But it's 0-1 here to Dustin Allen. A nice sliding play there from Bennett Dean. First out here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball left side, that is foul. Down the third base line. The count's now 0-2. Cass is now the right fielder for Sturgis. We'll have to give you the full defensive positioning for Sturgis as when we get to the top of the fifth inning. Here's the 0-2. That one is fouled at the plate. And we'll do it again here at 0-2. The Eights, after today, will be at home on Tuesday against Mandan. And then we'll travel the next day out to Sioux Falls. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one is just a bit outside, and it's now 1-2. 5 o'clock first pitch on Tuesday, 5 o'clock first pitch on Wednesday. Part of a triangular. 1-2 pitch is ripped into left field. That's down for a base hit. A 1-out single for Dustin Allen. And that is the second hit of the ball game for Sturgis. And it will bring up R.J. Andrzejewski. Andrzejewski so far, he grounded back to Zabel on the mound. Runner takes off with the first pitch. Taking high for ball 1, and stealing second is Allen. So he is in scoring position here, down by 14 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Andrzejewski. That was on the outside edge, 1-1 to the second baseman, one of the few guys that has not changed positions in the pitching changes that I've had for Sturgis. 1-1 pitch. That one taken inside, and the count's now 2-1. here to Andrew Jeske. Then Stroud will follow. 2-1 is missed inside. It's now 3-1. Andrew Jeske, Stroud. And then it will be the pitcher spot, which will be Cruikshank. 3-1. That one will miss for ball 4. And it's now first and second here with one away. And now Evan Stroud will step to the plate.
Number 3, Evan Stroud.
Zabel now with his third walk issued, 64 pitches on the afternoon for Jet Zabel. Here's the first pitch. This is low for ball 1. Runners at first and second here with one out in the bottom of the 4th. Post State leads it 16-2. 1-0 on the outside edge, and it's now 1-1. Allen at second. Andrew Jeske at first. Runner takes off for third. It's taken for a strike. The throw to third is not in time. The count is now 1-2, and both runners will move up 90 feet on a steal, a double steal. Allen took off first, then Andrew Jeske was able to follow. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That one just missing outside, and the count is now 2-2. It's able to look like he had picked up his first strikeout. Thought he had picked up his first strikeout. Here's now the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball back to Zabel. The throw to first. They had Andrew Jeske pretty far outside of the second base bag, but up by 14, you just take the sure out at first base. So Stroud is retired. And here is now Connor Cruikshank. It would have been Hunter Jansen, but he did not. He only got through a third of an inning. So Connor Cruikshank will get the at-bat with 2 outs and runners at second and third. First pitch is over for strike 1 to Cruikshank. He'll be followed by Sam Kuma. The number 9 man in the order. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as he was well behind that fastball from Zabel. And the count's now 0-2. And again, Zabel will be looking for his first strikeout. Runner's going to steal home the throw, and they're going to get him out into the plate. And he is out. Wait a second. The runner is out. The runner is safe at home, and the batter's at first base. So I don't know exactly what the ruling is. Okay, and he is going to be out at home. And so he is out at home, and that will retire the side here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And we will send us to the top of the 5th inning. We will step aside for a minute. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Has a long history of doing electrical work the right way. Economical service, professional work, and customer satisfaction is why they can say that. Ferding Electric can do residential, farm, and commercial projects. Doesn't matter if they are charged with new construction or a remodel project, they get it conducted. Contact the staff at Ferding Electric at 224-8684. They can light a spark into your next project. Ferding Electric, 224-8684.
Are you building a new home or remodeling the old? Adding a fireplace can make a house a home. Olson Plumbing in Pierre carries a full line of Heatolator fireplaces. Whether your taste is traditional or contemporary, Olson Plumbing has a great selection of Heatolator fireplaces that will fit any style. Whether you're building new or updating, call Olson Plumbing. Heatolator Fireplaces, the first name in fireplaces. Olson Plumbing in Pierre is your source for the industry's largest selection of indoor-outdoor fireplaces, either gas or wood, and outdoor fire pits. Stop by their showroom at 2803 East Wells or give them a call, 224-6436.
So we head to the top of the fifth. It is a 16-2 lead for Post State. And it will be for Post States. They will have 9-1-2. Brecken Kruger, George Stalley, and Jaden Wiebe, the first three hitters. The Sturgis coach has been ejected, not liking the change of the call. Well, and for Coach Brian White, they end up asking for help and got I don't exactly know what the ruling was of why the runner took first base prior to them changing it and saying he was out. Because Zabel did not throw a pitch. He stepped off and then threw it home, and they got the runner out. But they gave him to first base. Then they changed the call and said he was out, and then that blew up the Sturgis coach who was ejected and left by covering home plate up with dirt. Was interesting. We wanted to take a commercial break because did not want anything being overheard from what he was saying. I'm not sure if he said anything anyway, but want to protect the KCCR, the FCC from anything. So just get that commercial break in. But that was why we went to commercial break as quick as what we did, with the argument from the Sturgis coach. So it'll be the top of the fifth. Post State leading by 14, 16-2. And Brecken Kruger, George Stalley, and Jaden Wiebe be the first three hitters here in the fifth inning. Post State has hit around twice in this game. Both times they had 10, 11 guys come to the plate. So now here's Brecken Kruger, fourth time to the plate here. As we begin the top of the fifth with ball one, Connor Cruikshank, who is on the mound, he will be the first guy to lead off in the bottom of the fifth. And there's a line shot right to the shortstop, and Akuma, who is playing at short, and he will be the first out here in the top of the fifth inning. So defensively here now for Sturgis, it will be Dustin Allen in left, Dawson Inhofer in center, Owen Cass in right. Kane Peters is over at third as Stalley takes strike one. Kuma's at short. Andrew Jeske is at second, and Anderson is at first base. Here's the 0-1. That one misses upstairs for ball one. The count is even at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 to Stalley. Inside and taken for a strike, and the count is now 1-2. Stalley is 1 for 2. He singled and also reached on air, but he's been on base all four times. This is his fifth trip to the plate. 1-2 pitch. He checks his swing. Does not go, and no appeal, and the count is now 2-2. Here to the leadoff man in the order for Post State. 2-2 pitch. That was a chopper over the head of Cruikshank, fielded by the second baseman. The throw is just in time to get Stalley. Good play from Andrew Jeske. Actually, it's Dustin Allen now at second base. So Allen made the play over to Anderson, and there's now two down. So Allen's at second, and Andrew Jeske is out in right field with Cass in center. So there's now two away, and it's Jaden Wiebe. Wiebe has been on base all four times, has not put the ball in play yet because he's been walked twice, and it's been hit by a pitch twice. But he has come around to score all four times he's been on base. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Wiebe will foul that one out of play, and it's now 1-1. And for Post State in the bottom of the fifth inning, we'll have an opportunity to finish it off. They will have plenty of cushion to finish it off with a 14-run lead They will need to cut that in half to a 7-run margin in Sturgis if they wanted the game to continue. So a lot of breathing room for Post State going into the bottom of the 5th. 2-1 pitch. Weeby skies it up in the air right at the mound. Cruikshank will call for it, and he will make the catch as the third baseman comes colliding into him and Peters. And the catch was made by Cruikshank, and that will retire the side here in the top of the 5th inning. 1-2-3 inning for Cruikshank. And we will head to the bottom of the 5th. Post State 3 outs away from finishing this one out with a 3-2 record on the weekend. You're listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the Central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
Hey, let's go. We're going to be late for the baseball game. I know, my air conditioner is letting me down like our middle reliever last game. I have to give someone a call.
That's easy. Call in the closer, AirTech Heating and Cooling. They use Coleman brand heaters and air conditioners, and like our team's closer, AirTech with Coleman products give us quality and dependability we can trust to win the game.
You're right. I'm going to the bullpen. AirTech, I need you.
Bottom of the 5th inning. It is Connor Cruikshank that is back to the plate as he will take ball 1. Cruikshank was at the plate when trying to steal home was Allen and was thrown out trying to steal home, as it's now 2-0 here to Cruikshank. So Jed Zabel with pitch 73 on that 2-0 count now. Be looking for a 5-inning complete game against this Sturgis Titans team. That one's over for a strike, and it's now 2-1. Zabel still in search of his first strikeout. 2-1 pitch. Brian drive right back to Zabel. He's able to avoid being hit by the ball, and it will go for a base hit. Third hit of the ball game now for Sturgis. And the leadoff man on base to open things up here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And now we'll bring up Sam Kuma. And Kuma's second plate appearance. He was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd as he takes ball 1 outside. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning, 16-2 lead for Post State. There's a ground ball here for Hanson at short. He's going to have to only go to first. The throw to first isn't in time. Good play there from Matthew Hanson over at shortstop. And there's one down now here in the bottom of the 5th. And the Eights are 2 outs away from finishing above 500 here on this weekend. And I don't think there was any, Coach White said it back after going into this weekend. You're not going to get too fired up about being 0-2 against Brookings. Yeah, you want those 2 wins, but it's a long baseball season. While next month is the state tournament and everything like that, but there's a lot of games to be played, and to overreact on the first 2 is not what you want to do in a season. And now, you don't want to overreact on winning 3 straight, but you want to take that and use that as momentum going into next weekend. There's a ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Wiebe at second. The throw to first is not going to be in time. It nearly skips away from Dean, but it'll be an infield single for the leadoff man in Dawson Inhofer. And it's 1st and 3rd here with 1 away. Here's Kane Peters with 1st and 2nd and 1 down. But this is after starting out the weekend 0-2, and have the comebacks that you did yesterday, and then the potential still here with that win. They got to get the final 2 outs. But looking like the Eights are going to win. This was a successful weekend here for Pierre. First pitch is over for strike one to Kane Peters. And the offense, while he didn't have that many hits overall, finished with 10 hits through 5 innings. And you're hoping that you don't have to have any more hits because he finished off the ball game here. As it counts 1-1 to Peters. You scored 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 3 in the third, and 6 in the fourth. Here's the 1-1. And it's now 2-1. And it would also be Post State's first win against a South Dakota opponent, while Sturgis would fall to 0-4 against South Dakota teams. 2-1 pitch. That one's flown out to center field. Brecken Kruger will back up to it, make the catch. Runner will tag from third. He will come in to score. Post State not concerned about that run scoring, as it's now 16-3 with 2 away, and the Eights are now 1 out away from finishing out the weekend with a 3-game winning streak. An RBI sac fly for Peters. And now here is David Anderson. The runner on first and 2 away. Here in the bottom of the 5th, 16-3. Post State leads it. First pitch will hit Anderson. And he is now on base, and it's first and second here with 2 down. But again, with the 8-run rule after 5 this tournament, the Eights, or Sturgis, will have a lot more, have to score a lot more runs than just 4 more runs. They have to have a 7 spot in this inning. To pull within an opportunity to keep this ball game alive. First pitch misses for a ball 1. Here is Owen Cass, who is 1 for 2. 1-0 pitch is outside, and it's now 2-0. First and second here with 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 pitch. That one is off the end of the bat and rolled foul over to the first base dugout. The count is now 2-1. And for Jed Zabel, he's done this here, and he's up to 88 pitches, so he's slowly starting to creep up to the limit, but he's just 1 out away from finishing it off. 2-1 pitch. Here's a line shot. Wiebe will jump and make the catch and roll 8s. They win 3 games in a row to finish out the weekend at 3-2. And they beat the Sturgis Titans 16-3 in 5 innings. And will finish the weekend 3-2. Now it's 3-4 on the season. And we'll have a chance to get back to 500 or get to 500 when they face Mandan on Tuesday. We'll step aside for 2 minutes, come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Post State Baseball on a KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Wondering what to do with the pitted and rutted drive? B&B Equipment will get you covered. Wanting to put something down the ground? B&B Equipment will put a hole in your project. Need to even up that property? B&B Equipment can fill that need. B&B Equipment can deliver all your gravel and material needs. B&B Equipment is here for all your excavation needs. Contact B&B Equipment, 224-6727. A contractor here for you. That's B&B Equipment, 224-6727.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
As we welcome you back here to Pete Lean Field, as Post State wins it 16-3 in 5 innings. They finished the weekend at 3-2 and won the last 3 games in a row. They scored 2 in the first, 5 in the second, 3 in the third, and 6 in the fourth before 1-2-3 in the fifth. But it was a 16-3 win for Post State over Sturgis as Jed Zabel goes those 5 innings, allowing 3 runs, all of them earned, on 4 hits. He had 3 walks and did not have a strikeout in the ballgame. He pitched to contact well, allowing just those 4 hits, and 2 of those 4 hits came in the bottom of the 5th inning. Post State jumped out to that early lead and took advantage of 6 different errors from Sturgis in the ballgame. They left 7 men on base with the 16 runs on 10 hits. Post State did not have an error and left 7 men on base. And for Sturgis, they had 3 runs, 4 hits, 6 errors, and 3 men left on base. Time of the ball game was just shy of 2 hours, as it ended up being an hour and 50 minutes over the course of that game between Pierre and Sturgis. So that will wrap things up for us here from Pete Lean Field. Post State will now be back at home on Tuesday as they take on Mandan in a doubleheader. First pitch is at 5 o'clock with coverage starting at 4:45. Make sure you come out to the ballpark, as it'll be our hometown hero night, and they will be honoring Greg Dean. Post State will be honoring Greg Dean and his family in between games. So make sure you come out, bring the headphones with you so you can still listen here on KCCR. You can stream it on kccrradio.com, and the Post State will be taking on the Mandan Chiefs in a doubleheader on Tuesday. Thanks to Jacob Mayer back at the station. Final score once again, 16-3. Post State, they win it over Sturgis, as we say so long from Pete Lean Field.
You've been listening to Post State Baseball on KCCR and watching on YouTube at KCCR Sports. Post State Baseball is brought to you by Dr. Pepper, Floss Dentistry, Comtech, Wagner Auto, Dakota Sprinkler, CHS River Plains, Kathy Sunshine Properties, True Green, B&B Equipment, Oahe Federal Credit Union, and Gales Gas. Post State Baseball is also brought to you by AirTech, Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota, Olson Plumbing, First Dakota National Bank, Ferding Electric, Shane's Pharmacy, Avera, Sander Auto Parts, Edward Jones Financial, Todd's Electric, Lamb Auto, Kruger Contracting, the Oahe YMCA, Bank West, and Fisher Rounds. Join us all season for Post State Baseball here on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. This has been a special presentation